this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Korashu. And Korashu writes to say, I have learned that I can separate part of my own energy to create a creature which can then acquire its own intelligence and be set to act as a guardian or for other purposes. And my question is, would this be similar to a spirit guide? And my answer to this is first that what you're doing is creating a thought form. This is one of many different terms for it. Sometimes they're also called a golem. And it is an independent entity, usually created for a particular task, such as acting as a guardian. And ideally they're created to last for a certain period of time, either until their task is finished or until a certain period of time has elapsed, at which point they will move on to other existences. Once they've been created, they are a soul like any other soul, but they are programmed in a certain way. And for however long that particular form continues, they will follow the programming you have given them. When that period comes to an end, they will go on to other existences. And there are a lot of things to consider in creating a thought form of this kind, and we talk about it in much greater depth in our second degree book under the heading of creating a guardian. And most commonly they are used as guardians, but they can be used for many other purposes, including information gathering, working on the level of the astral plane. There are many different things you can do with them. Now, are they comparable to spirit guides? Well, there are certain ways in which they might resemble spirit guides, but I wouldn't really consider them comparable, because spirit guides have more information than we have, and they are there to help and guide us, whereas the thought form is created at a lower level and is guided by us. However, depending on how good you are at what you're doing and how much energy you've put into that thought form, sometimes they can act very much like a spirit guide. And I would say that in creating one, make sure that you program it very carefully and very seriously. There are stories of people who did this very lightly and created a mischievous thought form that thereafter caused minor problems for them. And I would say, therefore, that it's not something to be done just off the cuff, but it can be a very valuable thing, particularly as a house guardian, or a guardian for one's child, or a guardian for oneself. And there are many good uses for them. Again, not quite the same thing as a spirit guide, but in the sense of bringing information, being able to sometimes give valuable advice, they can be very similar. So I hope that answers your question and gives you something to think about, and until next time, may you blessed be. Today's vlog is brought to us by the term aspersing.
Asperse. To asperse something is to sprinkle it with blessed water for the purpose of cleansing, blessing, or consecrating it. The water may be the type of holy water you have learned to make in these lessons, or it may be any of the several other kinds of blessed water commonly used in magic. You will learn more about other kinds of blessed water that may be used for aspersing in future lessons.